What up, guys? It's the boy Rich. We're finally back with another Pokemon battle for the channel after a month of no battles, no uploads or anything. I haven't even been playing for a minute, and honestly the real reason is just because it has been so stale and boring. And I hate when I say that, because I hate when other people say that, because Pokemon is life. Like, this is just, it's still my favorite game, like, in the world. Like, I am always gonna love Pokemon, but man, I think it's like when the next games start getting announced and stuff, like, it just kind of makes the past game, the previous games, kind of stale. And I'm honestly, I mean, I'm not really too excited for like Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, Eevee, whatever. Like, I really haven't even checked on any trailers or anything for those games. Like, I really don't care too much for it. But I am looking forward to, the next ones for the Switch. Like, I have a Switch literally like 5 feet behind me that is just kind of dusty because I'm waiting for some better games to come out for that. But anyway, that was that. We have a little NU Pokemon battle right here. This battle actually took place like a month ago, and I wanted to go ahead and still get it uploaded because I just wanted to go ahead and get it uploaded. Shit. So anyway, you guys saw my opponent's team, you guys saw my team. Just 6 Pokemon I kind of felt like using. Pokemon on my team that I have not used is Vileplume, if that's actually on this team. I can't really remember from the team preview, but I wanted to go ahead and start with my Brainwash, just because this thing has the Assault Vest on him. He can take a lot of special attacking moves and whatnot, and also I have like a good range of attacks on this Pokemon, so I felt pretty good. Even though my opponent started out with the Houndoom, I definitely wasn't afraid of taking any Dark Pulses because I have that Assault Vest. If you guys have ever used Assault Vest on a Slowking, it just like can absorb any special attack ever. Like, I swear, like, I'm not lying to you at all. But my opponent actually swapped out to his Gon Ryu, his Hariyama on my Scald. Luckily he didn't get burned because that thing most likely would have been Guts. But this next turn I definitely did just decide to go ahead and hit him with a clean Psychic, as he knocked off my Assault Vest. So that kind of sucks. Even though my special defense is still kind of out the wazoo, it's not good enough to where I will be able to take a Dark Pulse from this Pokemon. But I do have a freaking Hitmontop in the back of my team who can take Dark Pulses very nicely. But my opponent actually, I guess, predicts me to go ahead and swap. I don't even know what swip is. I get caught between my words so much. But anyway, he hit me with the Sludge Bomb. Luckily for him, I did get that poison hacks, but it's kind of whatever. I got that leftovers on me, kind of just like balancing that out for the time being. And my opponent does not want to stay in here and get hit with the close combat, so that is actually what I went for. Just kind of felt like it was the best play. My opponent swaps out to his Bender, his Metang, which is kind of interesting to see in this NU tier, but he's here, and he just got hit with a whole bunch of kicks and punches and all of that. Didn't take too much damage. I wish he would have taken a little bit more, but that's just not the case. And I want to go ahead and preserve my Hitmontop. It is my Rapid Spinner, so he does hold some importance, as my opponent's just going to go ahead and go for a Brick Break right here, as I decided to swap right back out into my Slowking. So luckily my guy's not going to be taking too much from that, seeing as how I am half Psychic, even though I'm not really just the most like physically defensive Pokemon. It's just not going to be doing too much to me, as I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Scald right here. I was really hoping that I could get like a burn, as my opponent is actually using this Pokemon to get like screens up and whatnot. So I'm assuming this Pokemon might have like the Light Clay on him, but he might also have the Eviolite. I'm really not too sure, but he got the light screen up. Decided to try to hit me a little bit. Sorry, actually, he didn't even really hit me after that Brick Break. He got Stealth Rocks up. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I decided to go ahead and go for the Fire Blast that go round. So he was not able to take that. I believe it was a critical hit, and I do feel like he would have been able to take at least one of those. But it's not the case. This Metang went down, this Houndoom came out, and I actually had forgot that my Assault Vest got knocked out earlier in the battle, because I did actually think I was going to be able to just survive that Dark Pulse from this Houndoom, but that's also not the case, and my Slowking is just going to go off. He's going to faint too, and that kind of sucks, but at the same time, I did feel like my Slowking kind of went off, getting rid of the Metang, getting rid of Hariyama, and I don't know, I was happy with what he did. But my Hitmontop, my little Beyblade's back out here, as my opponent is just going to go ahead and try to hit me up with some attacks and whatnot. I'm poisoned, I'm looking vulnerable, and this is actually a Hitmontop that carries Mach Punch. I wanted to go ahead and rapid spin those rocks away, just because you know, don't want to have to deal with those too much, as my opponent's just going to go ahead and go for a Dark Pulse right here. So I was honestly just kind of thinking at this point in the battle that this Houndoom is like locked into this little freaking Choice Scarf, you know, locked into this Dark Pulse over here, because most of the time when you do see the Houndooms, that is pretty much what they are. They got like the Sludge Bomb, they got the Flamethrower, they got the Dark Pulse and stuff. Choice Scarf is actually pretty good. I've actually ran into a lot of issues with it, especially the way my opponent's playing with it, the way he's like taking his Pokemon back and whatnot, and the way, you know, I tossed my Vivavolt in, because I was like, he's locked in the Dark Pulse. If he can't hit me with Flamethrower, then I'm not worried too much about this Pokemon. And I was just going to go ahead and try to get some Thunderbolts off on him, but my opponent is just going to go swap out into his Cryogonal, which is also not a Pokemon you see too much. I actually use this Pokemon pretty often, but I don't battle people with it too often. And I was just going to keep going for Thunderbolts. He hits me with the Freeze Dry, freaking freezes me, and luckily for me, I actually thawed out immediately, because I'm pretty sure my opponent has the Recover on his Cryogonal and would have been able to get all that HP back. Would have been very frustrating to have to deal with, especially seeing as how my Hitmontop isn't doing too good. He might be dead actually at this point, but either way, I'm very happy that I was able to thaw out that first turn. And my opponent sends back out this Houndoom, who is, I believe, locked into the Flamethrower, because, you know, the way he just came back out here, hit me with that Flamethrower. I'm not too worried about it, because I was like, if he's locked into it, he can keep hitting my Incineroar with it. I was like, we can keep doing that all day. It don't even matter to me. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to set up with my Incineroar. This is the Power Trip type set Incineroar, where I got like Bulk Up, Flame Charge and stuff on him, Drain Punch, and I believe like Power Trip, yeah, as my last move. So my opponent sends in the Vaporeon, and this Pokemon is honestly such an issue all the time for me, because how bulky Vaporeons are. I actually haven't trained one myself, but I have been running into a lot of issues with these Pokemon lately, like at least before I went on my hiatus. This battle, like I said, took place like a month ago or whatever, but my opponent actually falls for the bait. He hits me with the Scald. I know I will always be able to live at least one Scald and pop my weakness policy. So luckily for me, after getting that Flame Charge, the weakness policy, the first initial Bulk Up, I know my opponent's not going to be able to survive a Power Trip from my Incineroar, but I did get a little bit scared right here, because I was like, dang, I don't think I'm in range to knock out this Houndoom. At least, like, I mean, of course I'm like in range to knock him out, but I thought he was Choice Scarfed and that he would be able to just come out here and hit me with like a clean Sludge Bomb. Then my opponent would pretty much be able to like clean me up, at least the rest of my Pokemon, with this Houndoom. But I was really surprised. I only had one, you know, one level added to my speed or whatever. Like, it was just +1 and I was able to outspeed him. So that actually surprised me right there. I believe my opponent told me that he actually wasn't Scarfed this entire time, so that was pretty surprising. But my opponent's last Pokemon was that Torterra, who was not going to be able to survive that that last Power Trip. So I was able to go ahead and finish that battle out, and yeah, pick up the dub right there. I did just want to, like I said, just go ahead and get a Pokemon battle uploaded. Haven't been here in a month. Hopefully I can get some more battles uploaded, you know, in the next few days or months or whatnot, whenever I'm free, honestly. But if you guys are checking for me, you know, let me know, because I'll still battle you and we can still try to set stuff up. I still do enjoy Pokemon battling, but I don't know, I want things to feel fresh again. It's not like I've even been playing any other video games. Like, I've thrown like Call of Duty and Fortnite in the mix, but this is still kind of like my game, like Pokemon. But anyway, guys, thank you so much if you're still watching at this point. You know, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you actually like the video, and you know, do all that. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.